Welcome, Minecraft fans, back to our very own world of Rivenbourne. It's been a little while since we've been going this way, and in the distance you can see what it is we've been working on just coming out through the fog. It's our grand tower for the good magician Quetzal, and as you can see, there's a section there in the back that needs to be finished, and that's what we are going to do in this episode. Last episode we worked on this tower here and left off some of the details, so I fixed that. We can take the scaffolding down as this section is complete. The only thing that I'm not 100% crazy about is the roof, which we can't see from down here. Let me show you the roof. I think the shape of the roof, I might go with something different. So as you can see, we've got kind of a more pointy roof here and then a donut roof here, and we've went with more of a domed, gentle sloping roof for this one, and a pointier one for that, which is alright. I don't mind that. I kind of want them all to look about like that, though, I'm thinking now. So maybe we'll pitch this roof up a bit, and this one can probably stay the way it is. The handy part about this is that we have lighting on this, and it's covered up, so I kind of like the shape of this one already. These ones, however, look at this, lighting under the carpets. Great idea. I would do that to this one, except you can't put carpets on the outward facing faces of sea lanterns, or any block actually. Carpets are not wallpaper, and that's probably how it should be. So let's get down here to this side, and that didn't work. Holding shift and landing on scaffolding doesn't do anything, in case you're wondering about that. So let's get working on this. This is our last tower. It's going to house all of the really important bits of any base. It's going to have a furnace array, hopefully. It's going to have a bunch of experiments, a brewing stand, probably not a bed, but and then out the back it's going to house animal pens. We're thinking Quetzal has some really strange and exotic animals, and he lets them roam around up here. Alright, I'm here in my little farming area where I've made some improvements. I built a building and another building. And inside, actually let me get some supplies and I'll show you what's inside. Hopefully this isn't empty. Oh no, it's not empty. Awesome. Inside we have some colored concrete powder, and behind the green doors we have version 1.14 villagers. And these ones have been zombified, so I can get all my emeralds from them. And the real reason that I would want... let's go back over here. The real reason I would want emeralds, even in the first place, is for the villagers in here. What's behind the gray concrete powder? Well, this one in particular, although they could all prove useful in the future, stonemasons, and this one has the terracotta that I need a lot of. Only trade 12 at a time, but that's alright. I just do it twice a day, 12 terracotta, and I got it made for a long time. I figured that was the only way I was going to be able to finish the Quetzal's Tower project, and it worked out brilliantly. So the flowers are in, and everything's going pretty much according to plan. It's just a copy of that one over there, but we're starting to run into a few problems. So one is that the ground level keeps changing, but I can consider that later. The other problem is what to do where it intersects with this one. So normally by plan, it would come out like that, and actually this layer right here would be stone stairs instead of whatever it is now. Well, you get the idea. Let's see. This would be, yep, just like that. So might go with that, but then you can see the problem here. It'd be covering up this little window here, and for the most part that'll be just fine, but it might look better if we change it around a little bit. But then finally, there needs to be a way to get in and out of this tower. In fact, right now there's literally no way to access the inside except through the nether portal and the elevator down there, and no way to access this floating island whatsoever. So I mentioned this is going to be sort of like animal pens in a garden for the wizard. So to get to it, we'll have an entrance from here, or an exit from the tower from here. And I'm thinking we'll do it on this face. Let's do this with the silk touch. And I was actually thinking if we did it one block lower, so there's a little stairway to kind of climb up out of, That might look kind of cool, and then it wouldn't disturb this. The problem is then that the interior floor would have to be another block lower, but I think that'll be okay, because if we put the second floor up at the level of this stonework here, which lines up perfectly with that, by the way, then we'll still have room to get like redstone machines and crops and stuff in here. Not really crops, but decorative flowers and stuff. So what I have over here should do it for a door. You don't have to tell me how simple it is. Plain and sweet, and sort of like a secret entrance, to be honest. But this will all be fenced off. And besides, there's a huge drop here. Nobody's going to be climbing, scaling the cliff, sneaking in, and surprising Quetzal in his bed. Not that he has any enemies. I mean, he is the good wizard, right? Well, actually, he definitely has enemies. Well, you saw the whole ritual room down there, right? Anyway, so the floor is going to have to be at this level, right? Which means the walls are going to have to come down a little bit further on the inside, and all of this is going to have to be matched up, terracotted out and stuff. But while I do that, I wanted to discuss the future of this series. This is episode 24. Episode 24 here in Rivenbourne. Actually, the 25th episode, because as you remember, episode 10 was 2 parts. So it's episode number 24, the 25th. How's that for a subtitle? Anyway, that means that episode 25, the 26th episode, should be, by all rights and conventions, a world tour. And that's exactly what it's going to be. And after that, we're going to make a few changes here. So, next episode, 25, the world tour. We're going to go through everything that we made on and off camera, because it's not so many things that we can't look at all of it. Trust me. Progress has not been light speed on this in this world, but there's some cool stuff and a lot of new stuff that I have never shown on YouTube before. So it'll certainly be interesting, I think. Why is this? Oh, okay, I get it. This is where the other circle impedes. Anyway, what was I saying about the world tour? There's so much good stuff that we will easily have time to do it all in one episode. But I also wanted to do a little like cinematic skit with the storyline so far. The storyline of the conflict in Rivenbourne and the hero, the hero's quest in this case. And with that, I'm not sure if that should be another episode or not, but at least as much as we have already buildings for. So here in Rivenbourne and in Sands, and then maybe a little bit on the way, but basically just the parts that we have actually constructed the setting for, we'll do a little storyline reveal there, and that should be cool. But whether or not that's a separate episode, the next one in the series, episode 26, right? Yes, episode 26, the 27th, TM, is going to be a new format. So what I want to do is, we've got a couple of new places. We've got Rivenbourne, we've got Sands, we'll be finished with this project. Oh, I'm completely out of birch. Just one second, let me get some more. We've got a couple of big projects ready. There's the Colosseum and Sands, and there might be one other one that I haven't discussed yet. But what I wanted to do is, instead of just focusing on one area like we've been doing for the last 4 episodes, I wanted to leave it up to chance to decide. So that means I'm getting a randomizer, giving it a spin, and if it says work in Rivenbourne, then we'll add something here. And if it says work in a new city, then we'll go find a new spot to work and settle a new city. So stay tuned for that. And then I think I'll do like a mini build. Oh, what am I doing? I think I'll do like a mini build and then the main event. So before each episode ends, you'll know what sort of we're going to be working on for the next episode. And I think that will be pretty interesting and keep it fresh and keep us moving around with lots of new ideas. Especially if we start new towns. I've got a couple of them mapped out. You might see them in the world tour, their locations at least, of where they're going to be, but I haven't said anything about what they are. But we've got things for dwarves and trolls and humans and elves and weird fish people, and just be excited. There's lots to be excited about. That'll be coming at you right after the world tour. So it doesn't matter if it's ugly up there, because like I said, we're going to put in another floor, and we'll probably put in a roof. Just kidding, we'll definitely put in a roof. But first thing to do on this floor to make it all livable and stuff is put in a staircase. So I'm thinking a spiral staircase that right now doesn't spiral at all. Well, so like that, and maybe like that, and probably like that, and there we go. We have a spiral staircase. And when we go this direction, we go down to crafting, smelting, experimenting, and if we go this way, which this is really in the way, it will go up one floor to whatever's up there. More experimenting, I guess. Cool. Looms, that's what we need. We need all the crafting. We need looms and smokers and whatever else there is nowadays. Back in my day, we had one kind of crafting, and it was called a table. But we'll fit everything in here. So let me throw some stairs in. This is not going to be as simple as it first looked. Alright, so down here I'm going to put in our multi-smelter 8 furnace array, because let's be honest, I don't need more than 8 furnaces. I don't even need 8, but I do need more than 1. So that's what this is going to be. And I'm going to put them like this and like that. Is that right? No, that's wrong. So I'm under the floor right now, under the furnaces, and we need to put the output line, which is just going to be a line of hoppers, oops, under the floor here, so that it will drag items out of each of these furnaces once they're smelted or cooked, as the case may be. And it's getting dark in here. Oh, this is the end of the line. Let's do this to get back out. Put in the final one. There you go. Cool, and replace the floor. That is just the coolest feature there, that dive mining. So right behind here, or maybe right above it, that's right, that's what I was thinking. Let's get rid of this for a second. Excuse me. You also don't auto break things when you're not in creative. We'll put a hopper from the top, and we will put this powered rail back in, and this will fill up the whole thing. So we'll put, say, 5 stacks of kelp in there, and it'll go through. It'll be evenly distributed from all of these, almost evenly distributed, and that's from the benefit of a minecart chest system. And then they'll pop out over there. So I got all the coal in place, and it's almost time to do a test. One thing we need to do first is put some levers here. Hopefully they won't power anything we don't want, to get these activator rails activated, or powered rails activated. So I'll do that, and I added andesite. This is the first time we've used polished andesite in this build, but I don't mind it that much. In fact, actually, let's bring that out one. I don't think it looks bad. It's sort of a futuristic corner of the whole tower, so I think it fits in. Let me just show you the redstone that I've crammed into this space over here. Use the flying mechanic to look at it. We have a pulse extender here, and then 2 systems are activating the pulse extender. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, just a second. That was a redstone on dirt. You definitely don't do that. Alright, there we go. Redstone on stone. Redstone stone. And the pulse activator acts as a falling edge monostable circuit, which means that it activates this T flip-flop, which means that the two inputs, one being if there's things in this hopper, will start the circuit, and when it's empty again, it'll activate, pushing this redstone block into place, powering this rail. And the other thing that will activate it is if this hopper has things in it, which as soon as that hopper is empty, this will activate again, and the rail will turn off. So that's the plan. We just need to test it. Let's close this up for a true test. And what do you think? Seal it up. Much better. Alright. What did I smelt? Yep, it was terracotta. Darn. Oh well. Alright, oh, and of course the minecart. Let's see, I need a minecart with a chest. I think that's the two things you need for that. Look at that, minecart with chest. Made out of a minecart and a chest. Okay, so here we go, a real test. Where is my stool? We'll put this on here. Now it's very important that this is pushed all the way over. Okay, it is. Great. Alright, here goes. Let's try it. I've got some sand here. Put the sand in, that'll activate a circuit. Okay, and as soon as that's empty, this cart will begin to move as if by magic. And that was a bit premature. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's going around. Oh, look at all of them lighting up. There must be dirt or something in here. Yep. Oh my gosh, and now there's terracotta. There we go, but it's pretty much evenly distributed. And now the minecart's empty, and that's right, it stops. Oh, that is too cool. And now they're all smelting away, and with any luck, they're all coming out into this chest. Look at that. It worked. That is just too cool. And look, you can't even tell the redstone behind there. It's like magic. Well, I mean, it is a wizard's tower, so that fits. Dramatic pan up, and I've thrown a roof on there. And with that, the exterior of the tower is officially done, as you probably saw in the thumbnail. But that leaves the interior to be done, and this part here with all the animals, that will have to be at a later date after the world tour. Let's see what's different about this. I threw in a roof, of course, and actually the staircase up to the next floor has led me to the very resolute decision that there will not be a staircase up to this floor. Because I don't like this at all. This is, I mean, nobody would. No, it's bad. And there's no good way to do it because the floor is getting smaller, so it can't hug the edge like that staircase over there does, because then it bumps into the outer walls and it's just not going to work, as you can see. So what I'm thinking is it will be more of a decorative upstairs, not a functional. That's the plan for that. Now this bottom floor, more and more, is not jiving with the birch. So I'm also going to get rid of the birch and do either polished andesite or smooth stone. Smooth stone would be fun because of course I'd use the smelter to get all the smooth stone. So I think probably smooth stone because it'll be more of a different color from the current stone brick walls. The last thing you want is for the walls and the floor to come together like some kind of a bathtub. That's not good for anybody. So let me throw in a new floor and then we'll get the brewing station in here. And it won't be automatic or anything, but it will be awesome. Alright, let's take a look at the improvements. Almost the finished product here. Got a little dark oak sapling. Oh, I fixed up these lights in the corner and I fixed up the roof. Pretty simple still, with a little bit of detail to kind of break up this plain old wall. And then I have what I would expect is kind of one of Ketzel's junk rooms, where he's just got all kinds of experiments going on. He's testing plants and potions and spinning blades and things. You know, he's got these alien plants that nobody else has ever seen, but they interest him. And then he's got his own personal brewing station. And like most things in Ketzel's life, it hovers, which I think is just great. And I actually put the campfire down there for light, but this kind of cloud that it makes the brewing stand hover on, yeah, it's alright. I don't mind. Kind of like it. Still to be done, I'm going to put some dead bushes in these pots here. I just don't have any. I've got to go back to the desert. And I'm going to put this chest up one block, probably right here, and set up a dropper to shoot things up into it. So hopefully I can get that all on top of the ground. But let's check out the next floor up. Now, I didn't really like the stairway, as I said before, so we're going to make it inaccessible. So I put these walls here, and we're going to get rid of the scaffolding. But before we do that, oh, also I cleaned up the ceiling. You know what that block of obsidian means, right? There is only one thing that block of obsidian can mean. I'm actually quite nervous, but the fact that it's going to be recorded, even if I fail, at least something will come of it. So let's try this out. Oh, this makes me nervous. You know what? Actually, this is not a good idea. Alright, here goes. Okay, and crystal in place. Now the fun part is getting rid of the obsidian. Okay, let's get way over here. Knock down my scaffolding here. Because we don't want that there. Yeah, no, we want it to just be hovering. Alright, let's see if I can't. I mean, there shouldn't be any way to mess this up, right? Let's go for it. Okay, it's done. Okay. And this is officially the last time I'm coming up here. Ooh, well, that's it for this build and for this episode. Make sure you tune in for the next one, episode 25, the World Tour, and I'm sure I'll see you back here in our very own world of Rivenbourne. Oh yeah, you better run. Woo, there you go. Aww. And now I have to change the rating to PG-13.